To my people over there on Instagram, my Instagram family, I'm on YouTube. I'm going to speak about a few things about regarding Three Eye Atlas, and then I want y'all to call in and give me your own personal opinions and how you feel about it. But I want y'all to know something. Three Eye Atlas is not what y'all think it is. Our brothers and sisters is already here. We don't need no big ass mothership to come from no sky in order for us to be so-called saved or rescued. We don't need to be rescued by no one. And this is what they're banking on. They're banking on that you need to be rescued. You got to think about something right now. It's never been such as a heightened division among so-called black women and black men. There is a complete separation that has taken place amongst us, and it's being pushed by social media. It's being pushed by the government. You know what I'm saying? It's being pushed by this entity to create a division amongst you and I. And if you don't remember, if those that have forgotten their past are deemed to repeat it. So according to some history, it said that these people showed up to us wherever we were at and stated that they know God, they seen God, they had an artifact of God, and this is what God looked like. And then we went and believed those people, and we went to where they said God was going to be at, or whatever the case may be, and that's how they started to enslave us physically anyway. So this is all happening over again. Just think about what's happening right now. Everybody, some people, a lot of our people are complaining about Section 8 and food stamps, but not remembering that there's a lot of complex cell or other races of people on Section 8 and food stamps are getting subsidized income, and they're getting more income than you. So this right here is not just going to impact them, it's going to impact us, but it's going to impact them. It's going to impact both of us in different ways. For them, it's going to impact them to the point where as though they're going to be out of their minds. They're going to actually start to turn on each other. Some of them are going to assassinate or kill one another. Absolutely. When it comes to us, they're banking on us, not just us, some of us causing violence and killing one another over food, but they are banking on the so-called black woman to be in such a survival mode, in such a fearful state that she will not trust to be able to survive on her own, and she will go to one of these camps, even to the point that she will even get on so-called mothership, where though that she thinks she's going to be saved and rescued, and all is going to happen is you're going to be some entity guinea pig. That's all that's going to happen. Remember one thing: your brothers and sisters don't deal in deception. We don't need we don't need no mothership. And if we did need mothership, they are already here. Look at all the crafts that are in the sky right now at this present time and moment. Remember when I told y'all last year, I said coming into this year, I said every year, every winter solstice, every year that it's going to increase what people are going to see in the sky, on the ground. Radiation levels are going to increase, weather phenomena are going to increase, and then look at what's happening right now. That Earth is poured in the middle. Earth is sitting in the middle of 4 gas giants. Look at what's happening right now with Earth. Look at what's happening in your sky. Look at the increase in what you call sightings inside of your sky. Look at what's happening. And you know what else is happening? Look at other races of people that are using their security cameras that they have, that they live in these rural areas. They are pointing their cameras into the sky and in certain directions in the sky at nighttime. And when they wake up in the morning, they're going over their footage. Mr. MB33 has received plenty of footages from other people, and guess what? Those that are not sending in their footage, they're actually speaking about that amongst themselves, about what they are catching on camera in the sky. They know what's in the sky that is defying their laws of physics. They know what's in the sky. There's nothing that their government has down here that can deal with that technology. They understand this and they know this already. So now they are in fear. The first thing that's going to happen with these people when they are in fear is they're going to try to pander to certain black people. They want to get on their knees and beg for your forgiveness, but it's not about them begging for your forgiveness, because that's how we fell in the first place. It's not about them begging for forgiveness. It's about them standing up to their own people and telling their people to leave us alone. But here's the problem. They thought that this day was never going to come, and they have ran out of time. The message from 1977 made it very clear. Be still now and listen, for your chance may not come again. Be still now and listen, for your chance may not come again. All of your weapons of destruction and evil must be put away. The time for conflict has now passed as the earth passes into the new age of Aquarius. And they did not do that. They continue to move on in the course that they were moving, no matter how much evidence was shown to them internally and externally that they are on a planet that is ran off solar radiation, and they themselves does not absorb solar radiation. So this is why so-called black people, us, we keep putting ourselves in their shoes and keep trying to project us onto them to say, why are you acting the way that you're acting? The number one reason, this is the main reason why they kept us away in the dark from anatomy. You'll hear brothers and sisters all day try to argue about what language we spoke. You'll hear brothers and sisters all day argue about who was here in America first, if the earth flat around. We argue all day about that. We even talk about different gods, Allah, Jesus, Buddha. We argue about that all day long. But guess what puts all that argument to bed? This is why you have the Pope. This is why you have all of the clergies and all of the religious gurus from around the world in Russia, America, Europe, that's why you have all the religious gurus running around with like a chicken with their head cut off, because they know that science debunks everything that they have stated regarding God. And the universe is going to expose this through all science. All science. Because if you look at anatomy, you automatically understand that, wait a minute, the sun is compassionate. The sun is loving. The sun is creativity. The sun is integrity. The sun is truth. The sun is selflessness. The sun is not angry. The sun is not violent. The sun doesn't have hatred in the heart. The sun does not kill children and feed them to crocodiles. The sun would not manipulate you to do any of those things. So why is there a group of people that are doing these things? And the moment you and I go to the beach and we get underneath sunlight, all of a sudden we become absolutely relaxed. We're at peace. We're drinking on coconuts. We're laughing. We're smiling. We're listening to music. All of a sudden we chilling. That was them. They can't do that. Why? Because they don't, not only can they not absorb the sunlight, they repel the sunlight. They had to create a race of species that would not absorb the light of God. And let me say this. I don't like to say God, because God spelled backwards is dog. It's all made up. Let's just say divine power. They know the divine power is through the sun. They know the divine power is through creativity, love, light, peace, prosperity, growth. That is what the sun is about. And if you can't absorb the sun, you cannot have compassion. You cannot have empathy. So this is why it's so easy that you can feed children to crocodiles. This is why it's so easy that you can look at babies crying and assassinate them with no problem. This is why you can experiment on people and then look at them in their face and then use reverse psychology to say that they are wrong or they're the monsters of the world, and which is all a lie. You see what I'm saying to you? But the universe is now going to expose this. And I want to say this to some of the people that like to come on my lives and like to type things. I'm not talking about now, but just on any video that I post. A lot of you, some of you, one or two of you like to come on my live and y'all like to write things down and say, Kalai, I thought you said all white people was going to die. I didn't say that. You're being sterilized. Your race is going to die out because you can't no longer reproduce faster than you're dying. This is a scientific fact that's taking place, and nor do I want you all to die. I want you to live with the truth. I want you to live with the truth, and then you make the decision on if you're going to die or not. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is the part where you fail to realize this. I want you to get the truth to your naked eye, all the way down to your bone marrow. I don't want you to die. I want you to get the undeniable truth, and the truth shall set you free. This is the point that you're making. Oh, Kalai, you want to paint Kalai out to be some vicious monster. You want to paint Kalai out to be someone that hates you, even though I have a right to hate you, but I don't, because you know why? I know that me compared to you is a grain of sand to the cosmos. You are nothing. You're small. You're less than a grain of sand. This is why you cling to the world in the way you cling to it. This is why you don't look and see that you live inside of a forest. This is why you think you actually live in states and cities. This is why you believe you have governors and presidents, people that you need to govern you, when you can't govern yourself, because you don't You don't hold or have the mental capacity to do it yourself. You see, when we look at TV is part of psychology. When we listen to radio, it's part of psychology. If you didn't have television and if you didn't have jobs or careers in school to go to, you would be an even more violent species. You see what I'm saying to you? The schools, the curriculum, the TV program slowed you down. It helped you to suppress your animal instincts. But guess what's happening right now? The sun. The sun right now is eating away at that 1p36 chromosome. See, it's 1p36 chromosome deletion. That right there is eating away from it. And the sun is breaking you down to your most simplest form. And what do you share majority of your DNA with? 96 to 98% of your DNA is shared with what? A chimpanzee or a bobonos monkey or a unisnub-nosed monkey. And all three of those animals are cannibalistic animals. And this is a scientific fact. No hatred. Also, zebrafish, worms, wolf, dog, chicken, all of these chickens will eat their own feces and chickens will eat their own young if it comes down to it. A wolf will eat raw meat. The same thing. I'm not putting this out there for it to sound. I'm not putting this out there for hatred. And that's another thing. Y'all use reverse psychology. You told me that I was 3/5 of a human being, not you per se yourself, but your forefathers, and you fed into it. And you in the way that you conduct yourself in this very time right now is you conduct yourself in a manner that you look at me as 3/5 of a human being, no matter if you say you don't. But the way you conduct yourself today is that you look at me as 3/5 of a human being, regardless of what you're saying out your mouth. That's point blank and simple. So you can continue to look at me and get mad at me, regardless if Khalid is in this realm or not. What's taking place in this room cannot be stopped. You have already sealed your face. The embarrassment is on us. It's no lie about that. The embarrassment is on us because Earth is a school. We came here to master our alchemy, our energy, our neuromelanin. And if somebody gets you to program your heart and your mind to build the world for them, that is automatically your death. You are going to suffer. So I totally get that now. You understand? My people are still starting to remember and come back into their memory. My job, my duty, my responsibility is to be one of many great reminders down here on this planet. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a leader. I'm not any of those titles that y'all want to give me. I am one individual that's connected to the entirety of the whole. And that's it. And the only thing that separates me from anyone else is self-discipline and knowledge of self. That's the only thing that separates us. Other than that, we are all genetically connected. So even when I hear my brothers and sisters, see Pindar Moloch and even the complex cell love to hear us talk about, oh, my brothers and sisters, they from Africa. They not us. We American. We ain't them. They not us. We ain't them. We ain't them. They ain't us. We ain't them. They ain't us. We ain't them. Blah, 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 back and forth. But I tell you one thing, when you go down to the core of me, do I have any animal DNA? When you go down to the core of my brothers and sisters in Africa, do they have any animal DNA? No, they do not. Now, guess what? It's brothers and sisters on all continents that have a problem with each other. More importantly, our brothers and sisters in Africa will have a problem with our brothers and sisters in America to say, wait a minute, you were enslaved by these people and you went through some of the most horrific shit. So why are you still capitulating to what they wanted, what they want you to do? I totally agree with that. And then we can say over in Africa, well, y'all played a part, not all of you, but y'all played a part in our enslavement. But guess what? We all played a part in our enslavement. Are we going to continue to hold that over our heads while our children are still being abducted, while our children are still being abused, while our children are still being subjugated to some of the most horrific shit? You got to ask ourselves this question. Pause, my people. I got something I want to